Names are very important in the Hebrew culture.
There is intentionality behind every name, and parents carefully consider the meaning of the name before giving it to their child.
Some of our names have direct family ties, belonging to a relative to be honored.
Some symbolize a wish or desire for the child.
Others reflect honor and devotion to God, like my name. Hi, I'm Daniel, which means God is my judge. My name has served me very well. When my friends and I were taken captive to Babylon, we were determined not to live like Babylonians because we knew that we would be held accountable by Elohim, the true God, not any Babylonian official. And God rewarded us for our devotion by granting us favor with the king. The king also gave me a name, Belteshazzar, which means Bel protects his life. Bel was one of the many Babylonian gods, and while the name had meaning to the king, it did nothing to define me. I was still one marked by God. And through my faithful service to the king, even he eventually started calling me by my Hebrew name, Daniel.
Hi, my name is Naomi, which means pleasant. And for most of my life, I guess I was. I married a wonderful man, settled down in Bethlehem, and I had 2 sons. Then things got not so pleasant. First the famine, a big move, and then my husband and my sons. Both of them. There I was, a childless widow, alone in a foreign land. All that I could think to do was head back home, where I at least had some hope. I even tried to change my name to Mara, which means bitter, because of all that life had dealt me. Thankfully, though, my story did not end there. It's a long story, but thanks to Ruth, my daughter-in-law, and her husband Boaz, and their beautiful little boy, the joy returned and changed bitter Mara back into pleasant Naomi.
Now you'd think, out of all the Hebrew names, your parents could at least pick out one that is somewhat hopeful or maybe just a tiny bit optimistic. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say that my parents were a great match, and they were definitely creative when it came to naming their kids. So yeah, my dad, Hosea, married my mom, Gomer, and well, if you knew them at all, then you know how this story goes. Downhill and fast. Long story short, apparently, God needed to pass judgment onto the nation of Israel, again. And he told my dad, the prophet, to name me Lo Omni, which means, not my people. Now, what kind of a name for a baby is that? I did ask my dad once why they picked it, and he said it was because the nation of Israel no longer belongs to God. So that's why my sister got named Not Loved, and my brother is named after the site of some famous murder. That's why, as soon as I was old enough, I changed my name. 'Cause it's just awkward sometimes, having a weird name that triggers some people. It brings up bad memories. Whatever, it's just a name, right? But why carry around a bad one?